Chapter 6, The Land of Snow, Greenland. Let's learn location, climate and vegetation, wildlife, economic activities.
Life in the region.
The polar regions are the coldest places on Earth. The two main polar regions in the world are the Arctic and the Antarctic. The Arctic tundra is found at the North Pole and the Antarctic is found at the South Pole. The Arctic region extends from the North Pole to the Arctic Circle. The Antarctic region extends from the South Pole to the Antarctic Circle. We will study about Greenland in this chapter. Info Hive. The northernmost tip of Greenland is just 650 km away from the North Pole. Location. Located between the Arctic and North Atlantic Ocean, Greenland is a part of Denmark. It lies in the North Polar region. It is the world's largest island. This region remains frozen and it is cold throughout the year. It is also called the tundra region. Greenland is separated from North America by the Baffin Bay and Davis Strait. Some land masses around this region are Canada, Iceland and Alaska. The landscape looks white as most of the area is under ice cover. Greenland covers an area of about 21.5 lakh square kilometers and average thickness of ice is about 1500 meters. Icebergs are a prominent feature of the polar region. Icebergs are large chunks of ice that break off from glaciers. Icebergs float in the oceans but are made of frozen fresh water, not salt water. Info Hive. Erik Thorvaldsen, popularly known as Erik the Red, was the first European who visited Greenland. Climate and vegetation. The climate is very cold in Greenland. The temperatures remain below 0 degrees Celsius the whole year. Winters are accompanied by winds and temperature range between -6 degrees Celsius to -35 degrees Celsius. Sun is not seen for several weeks. Summers are comparatively better, but temperatures are still sub-zero. In summers, the sun never sets in the region above the Arctic Circle. Hence, it is also called the land of midnight sun. About 80% of Greenland is completely covered with ice. Therefore, it is not possible for the trees to grow in this region. The only plants which grow in summers are mosses, lichens, grasses, blueberries, and cranberries. Southern Greenland is relatively ice-free and plants such as dwarf birch and willow may grow several feet high. Wildlife. Extremely cold conditions in this region make life very harsh, but certain animals have successfully adapted to this weather. They have thick layer of fat, long hair and thick fur which provide them warmth in the chilly cold climate. Most animals hibernate in the winter season to protect themselves from harsh weather. Polar bear, reindeer, Arctic hare, Arctic fox, Arctic wolf, caribou, snowy owl, seal, walrus and musk ox are the animals which survive in this extremely cold region. Wolf-like dogs called huskies are used for hunting and to pull sledges, which is the common mode of transport in Greenland. Brain tickler. How does the thick fur or fat layer give warmth to animals in the polar region? Economic activities. The main occupations of the people in Arctic region are fishing, hunting, and mining. The region has deposits of lead, cryolite, and iron. They export these minerals along with frozen tinned food and smoked fish. People of Greenland hunt seals, walruses, polar bear, and whales with harpoons. Polar animals provide milk, skin used in clothing, bones and meat to eat, and fat to burn lamps. To the people of tundra region, harpoon is a barbed spear attached to a rope thrown by hand to catch sea creatures. Life in the region. Population in this region is less due to the extreme cold conditions. The Inuits, also called the Eskimos, are the inhabitants of Greenland. They came from parts of North America and North Europe. The Inuits are short and stout, having flat faces and narrow black eyes. The languages spoken are Greenlandic and Danish. English is also widely spoken by the people. Clothing. Eskimos wear clothes made from the skin of animals and waterproof shoes from the skin of seal. Men, women, and children wear warm jackets called parka, which has a hood on the top to cover the head. For hunting purpose, Eskimos use a kayak, a small canoe or boat made from the skin of walrus or seal stretched over a wooden frame.
For larger animals like the whale, bigger boats called umiak are used.
The Eskimos living in the extreme north built houses made of snow called igloo in cold winter season. This house is dome-shaped made from blocks of ice, having a small opening in the front. The floor of this house is covered with animal fur and skin. In summer season, they live in tow pits or the skin tents. Now they have moved to wood and stone houses and started adopting modern culture. Their lifestyle has changed in the past few decades. They now use rifles and motorbikes for hunting animals. People also work in mines and oil fields. And for hive, in the Greenlandic language, the name for Greenland is Kalalit Nunat. Towns. The capital of Greenland is Nuuk. It has an international airport with year-round direct flights from Iceland. With the advancement in science and technology, Greenland is connected to all parts of the world. Many people have migrated to towns which have modern facilities for medical treatment and education. Nuuk is the oldest and the biggest city of Greenland with a population of about 18,000. Sisimiut or Holstenborg is a town in central western Greenland, located on the coast of Davis Strait. It is the administrative center and the second largest town in Greenland. It has a large shipyard. Other towns are Upernavik, Umanak, Kasizinaniat, Tasiilaq, etc. Brain tickler. What is the meaning of the word Eskimo? Recap. Greenland lies in the North Polar region, the part of the earth which is extremely cold throughout the year. The climate of Greenland is icy and cold. Winters are long, dark, and gloomy. The natural vegetation of Greenland consists of mosses, lichens, berries, willow, and birch. Inuits or Eskimos are the original inhabitants of Greenland. Earlier, they used to live in igloos, but now they enjoy modern facilities and live in permanent wooden houses. The main occupations of the Eskimos are fishing, hunting, and mining. Life skills. Mother, I do not want this in tiffin. I do not like to eat it. Dear, We should learn to eat all types of food. Do you know that the people of the polar region do not have much variety of food to eat? They eat whatever is available. Is it so? How difficult it would be for them to survive there. Yes, so we should eat what is available and never grumble. Okay, mother, I will eat it. Don't be fussy with what you eat. Values for life. Look at the Eskimos and learn the lesson of endurance. The fierce human will to survive against all odds is what makes us masters of the planet.